terrible approval numbers, with the midterms all but lost already. What happens to Trump now?
That we're just not good at predicting the future. You know, we imagine like this is going to happen in November in the midterms. Maybe not. Just remember that Trump turns 80 next month, you know, and I hope he has a great birthday. I don't wish Trump ill. However, he will be gone relatively soon.
And he's done more things for this country than just about any other president in history. And because in the first year and a year and a half or so, he's not doing everything perfectly and everything ain't lining up, give a man a little more time and let him finish strong. He's setting the country up for great success. And you don't give him a chance, but that used to be your friend and you talking about him like that? If you're looking for a bourbon that's good, tastes good, whatever. If it's your speed, go ahead and go, verdictbourbon.com. If it's not your speed, just go on. Scan code is right here. I'm trying to get my finger right. There you go, right there. Scan code is right there. Go look at the reviews and you tell me if it's the best bourbon you've ever gotten. You know who else is fake? Lukey and Dookie, Ren and Stimpy, Dumb and Dumber. Listen to, I don't have to say much. All they doing is, I want to say that, but it's not Christian to say that. Let me just say it like this. All they doing is patting each other on the back. That's all these people do. She go on his show. He go on her show. They go on that show. They bring this person on. They all just go and herky-jerk in this little circle, all these nut jobs that hate Israel and hate America, and they just do this in a circle. Like, I'm telling you, man, my wife told me this yesterday. She said, Brandon, you need to get people together and start fighting back. And you have events and you get on podcasts and fight against this crazy stuff that they're doing. Listen to what Tucker and her are now saying. And then I got one with, what's his name? What's the guy's name that we're gonna go to next? Thomas Massey. Let me say this before I get into this just real quick. Give me 30 seconds. I loved Megyn Kelly after she left the network and she went on her own. I love Megyn Kelly. I seen her. I took a picture with Megyn Kelly at one of the Turning Point events at Inauguration Day. I love Megyn Kelly. I followed her. I love all her stuff. I never really liked Tucker Carlson, but I didn't dislike him. I thought it was an arrogant, pompous POS. But I'm like, but what he's saying is true. His activism is true. I agree with him. I don't have to like him. Thomas Massey had no idea who Thomas Massey was until recently. So what I'm saying is coming from a place of genuineness. I'm not jumping on a bandwagon. I didn't dislike these people. It's that the things that they say now are complete flip-flops and to me is dangerous and detrimental to our country. That's why I got to call them out. Here you go. Just listen to this for yourself. Roll it.
I said, look, Netanyahu hates you. You know that. They don't like each other at all. The people pushing you toward this would include Rupert Murdoch, who despises you. Trump knows that, of course. Mark Thiessen has always hated you. Ben Shapiro, they hate you. Mark Levin hates you, has always hated you.
Yes.
The people pushing you to, I said this right to his face, the people pushing you to do this want to destroy you, and they're doing it on behalf of Israel, whose goals include getting the United States out of the Middle East. They don't want the U.S. in the Gulf because it strengthens the Gulf
They don't like our
state.
friendships there.
They don't like our friendships there at all because Qatar and UAE and Saudi, but also Bahrain, Oman, and Kuwait, but mainly those three countries are a massive rival to regional hegemony. You can't run the Middle East with strong Gulf states. And so they want the U.S. out. Israel wants the U.S. out of the Middle East, and they want to degrade those Gulf states. And I said that right to his face. And he said, yeah, I know.
I put my life on it. Trump didn't say that. I put my life on it. Trump didn't say, yeah, I know. I put my life on it. He didn't say that. Let me just tell you, let me just explain this to you real quick. With at the very beginning of what he said, and I'll try to make it simplified. Tucker Carlson, goes on this little tangent and saying they hate you. All these people hate you. Tucker Carlson is on record saying that he hates Trump, he despises Trump. He literally said it. We don't have a clip right now, but maybe we'll add it later. He literally got caught when he got fired from Fox and the Dominion machine, when they were doing Discovery, his text messages came up. And he had the most vile things to say about President Donald Trump. Funny that he didn't say J.D. Vance hates Trump. J.D. Vance on record said Trump was Hitler. Like, what are you saying? But you want the world to think you like Trump And everybody else can change and have a better perspective about Trump, even though they're on record hating Trump. But all these other people just hate Trump, and he know it, but he accept it. Where have you seen Benjamin Netanyahu writing any literature to say he hate Trump? We got you. You have literature. Even J.D. Vance at least admitted that he don't believe that anymore. What are you saying? Come on, keep going. Roll it.
Terrible approval numbers. With the midterms all but lost already, what happens to Trump now?
That we're just not good at predicting the future. You know, we imagine like this is going to happen in November in the midterms. Maybe not. Just remember that Trump turns 80 next month, you know, and I hope he has a great birthday. I don't wish Trump ill. However, he will be gone relatively soon and we'll still have this country. I don't think things are going well. I think they could be a lot worse. I can imagine other leaders who are both malicious and competent. Trump is incompetent. Gavin Newsom is not incompetent. He's far more malicious than Trump. I think he's far less transparent than Trump. Like, I don't know. We just need to keep our wits about us and not ping pong from one bad idea to another bad idea.
Why does this man talking about Trump like this? It's bizarre to me. He's saying Trump is incompetent. That's a large feat or a big burden of proof to say Trump is incompetent. The man has been a very successful businessman in his entire life, and he was the president twice. He should have been president 3 times. And he's done more things for this country than just about any other president in history. And because in the first year and a year and a half or so, he's not doing everything perfectly and everything ain't lining up, get a man a little more time and let him finish strong. He's setting the country up for great success. And you don't give him a chance, but that used to be your friend and you talking about him like that? He's incompetent? You say that Gavin Newsom isn't incompetent? How are you saying Gavin Newsom isn't incompetent when Gavin Newsom has driven California down a mother-freaking hole? That, to me, is incompetence. You talking about Trump like that? And look at that. Look at her giggling, laughing. We lost all the midterms. You guys hate America. You guys are haters of America. That's like being on a team and rooting that they fail. You on the team going, yeah, see, man, we're going to lose the playoff game. I don't even know why we play. We're going to lose anyway, right? Our head coach is stupid. Why are you on the team then? You might as well be rooting for another country. Come on, one more. What's this one? Is this a Nick Fuentes one? All right. This is Nick Fuentes calling out Tucker Carlson. Like, I want y'all to pay attention to this, and I want my team to clip this. It's important to continue to identify and call out hypocrisy. In the interview with the New York Times, Tucker Carlson said, he's irrelevant. Nobody's talking about Nick Fuentes. Why would anybody say anybody? He has no impact. Remember that he said that. Watch the video.
People I don't get along with. Of course, half the thing was about Fuentes and like, who cares? Fuentes?
There was a lot of Fuentes.
Who cares about Fuentes? Talk about irrelevant. And then I got all these calls from people saying, do you know anything about, I don't know anything really about Nick Fuentes other than he's attacking my dad, my wife, and my son. And it was like, actually, Nick Fuentes is the single most influential commentator among young men. Like, period.
He's got 5 million subscribers on Rumble.
It's bonkers.
Which one is it, Shawty? Is he irrelevant, or is he one of the most influential amongst young men? Now, put these two and two together. If he was so irrelevant, you wouldn't have said this. But you saying this matches up with your actions because you had him on your show. If he's irrelevant, why would you have an irrelevant person on the biggest podcast in the country? Because you full of sugar, honey, iced tea.